Legally, I'm Josi Juarez. Don't use the full Josephine name, but I'm known as Josie. And I lived in this particular area, the Gardenland-Northgate area, since about 1957 when my family moved here. The Gardenland-Northgate Neighborhood Association has been in existence since prior to 1990, but was incorporated in 1997. And we've been associated with the organization all our lives that we've been here. Active, or more active, has been probably the last 10 years, and extremely active is more like the last 5 years. Currently, I serve as the secretary. I've been doing this for about 6 years, and that was about the time that we had a change in board members. And it's a great organization for the neighborhood. I think we've accomplished a lot with helping the needy families, providing scholarships at the local high school graduates, working with cleanup projects throughout the Northgate Boulevard corridor and wherever our needs are. In the near future, next month, we hope to have a cleanup project at the News Parkwood. I was born in Billings, Montana, and my family moved around. They were farm workers. They followed the crops, and we were on the coast of California at various towns, Oceano, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, and eventually landed in Sacramento when I was about 4 years old. And we've been in the Sacramento area ever since then. Well, that question is kind of hard. I don't know what I wanted to be. What I do recall when I was in high school is I wanted to travel and work overseas. And there was a time when I applied to do that with the federal government, but they denied me because I wasn't 21. I was at probably 17, 18 about the time that I was graduating from high school. And by the time I was 21, eligible to apply again, I was married. And they wouldn't take me unless my husband wanted to go. And at that time, he wasn't interested in leaving home. Traveling, going overseas, seeing other cultures, other countries, I thought that would be very interesting. Working elsewhere, seeing what it was like, other than here in California, I thought that would be very interesting. No. I never imagined I'd be where I am now. My goal in life was to retire real early. That didn't happen. I didn't retire until retirement age. I didn't think I'd work the 42 years that I did for the state of California before retirement, but I did. I really don't know what I imagined at that time as to where I'd be now, but everything has worked out great. Our lives have been wonderful. We had 3 sons, and my husband and I will be celebrating our 50th wedding anniversary this month. Not being that familiar with a lot of other communities, at the time that I was growing up, the one that really interested me was the area down on J Street and 40th and thereabouts. I think it's known as, gosh, it just slipped my mind. Fabulous 40s. Their homes are gorgeous down there. And that probably is one place I would have loved to live. Of course, that didn't happen, but there's still beautiful homes in that area. And I'm sure the community is probably a very nice community. Probably continue as we have been, with the family. We have lots of family gatherings every possible occasion. Getting more and more involved with our neighborhood has been kind of rewarding. And I say kind of because everything that I'd like to see done in our neighborhood is still a long way off. It is an older neighborhood. The developments that I'd like to see, like new businesses, maybe some facelifts for some of the business on the Northgate corridor as well as West El Camino, have yet to be done. We, being the Gardenland-Northgate Neighborhood Association, tried to do that earlier this year with what they call a P-bid, That's a property business improvement district. But it takes all the businesses, or a good majority of businesses, cooperation and participation. Unfortunately, we didn't get that this year, or we'd try for that again. The community as we knew it when we first moved into this area, and as it is now, hopefully since it's grown so much, I don't know a lot of the neighbors, it was very close-knit. The families have lived here for many, many years. There are a lot of families that have generations, 3, 4, 5 generations, that are still in the area, and they're proud to live in such a nice place. And they've done a lot of improvements. I like that. The fact that there's a family-oriented and getting more and more community-oriented is probably what I like the most and hope to continue. One thing that we have hopefully shared with our sons and their families is that everyone deserves respect and consideration, not to judge anyone by their cover. You just never know what their background may be. Respect elders. They have a lot to contribute to the young in their knowledge, their history, their values. And I think all of that has been learned by our association with those in the community. And the majority of them are close friends and family that have been around for a while. And I know a lot of the older people, the grandparents, great-grandparents, and their values are still there. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't always travel to every child in their family, but we hope that it will. Money is a big factor for the improvements needed in the area, to help the needy in the area. We have a lot of families that have fallen on bad times, lost jobs, maybe even loved ones that were major wage earners that need help, too proud to ask for help. I would probably try to seek out those particular families and help them as much as possible. Help others that are kind of borderline, because all of us are working individuals, and even though statistics don't show that, you can be a 2-member family wage earner, still not have all that you need, particularly when you're trying to provide a higher education for the children. And that cost is very high. So if I had a lot of money, I would try to help those people. And time, probably continue as we've been doing with working with the neighborhood to see if we can't get them to see our values as to how important the neighborhood is. To feel that they can accomplish whatever they would like to accomplish, particularly in the educational field. Lack of money should not prevent you from moving forward. Mm-hmm. The grants, scholarships, whatever is available is out there. They just need to make the effort to get as much help as possible if they're in that kind of situation. But I would like them to understand that whatever your goals are can be accomplished. I think what Lana is doing with all the youth, and this young man also, Alfredo Tito, and others, we have several officials that participate in the Gardenland-Northgate Neighborhood Association that are out there to help the young. They just need to know who they are, how to reach them, and how they can reach the officials as well. I'd like to see that continue, and hopefully there's more outreach in that area.